As long as we get caught up with housing as a central problem, see, or even with education as a central problem, or criminal justice as a central problem, or white racism as a central problem per se, we're going to see that those problems will never go away. They will always just change form and shape, and we'll have to fight them in new shapes and new forms over and over again, and we'll make the same mistakes again and again and again. The African man has been struggling with the European now for the last 2,000 to 5,000 years. And when you look at a Chancellor Williams book or other books, you will see, and that book, of course, is about what? Africa's making what? The same mistakes over and over and over again, right to the point of the Persian Gulf. A continuous line of mistakes, indicative of people then not having learned. Let's look then at imperialism, which I see as a root problem. When we talk about racism, remember, it takes a race to engage in it, doesn't it? Right? You know, most people kind of talk about racism in a disembodied form. You know, in terms of what? An attitude. Now, that's one abstraction that works against us, doesn't it? Yeah. But racism has to be practiced by a race of people. And it's important that we keep that in mind. Why are whites racist? Because they have the power to be racist. Period. Now, you can go into all kinds of psychological, psychobabble you want to behind all of that. But that's the bottom line of it. They have the power to be. And when you get through explaining all of their psyche to them, you know, and going through all of your changes and trying to stroke them with guilt and bring them into confrontation with that Constitution so they can live out their creed. When you get through with all of that and whining and complaining about how he mistreated you and hurt you and made you all kinds of, you know, whatever you complaining about, in the end, he'll just say, yes, you're right. So what are you going to do about it? You find yourself right back in the same shape. What are you going to do about it? Yes, I kicked you and colonialized you. Yes, I enslaved you. Yeah, I'm sending your boys to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I'm going to make them fight and shoot and do all the things. Yeah, I'm going to make them kill each other out in the street. What are you going to do about it? We want to change your attitude. You could change my attitude. You might change it for a minute, but when I feel like it, I'm just going to flip right back into it. What are you going to do about it? But see, it's easier for us to pretend that it's the attitude, and, you know, and get caught up in all of that analysis because we don't want to confront the reality of power. And we don't want to confront the reality that all of these problems that we complain about, homelessness, poor education, all of this, comes out of one reality, and that is the white man's ability to impose these problems upon us. And the solution being what? What is it? What is the solution? Abstract now, tell me.
Elimination.
To eliminate what? That's one possibility. And it may be one that's necessary. It may be one that's necessary.
What is good, my people? We are live back again with another live broadcast on the forecast. Shouts out to Grandma used to say Erica. Shouts out to my brother Black Megas Oni. I appreciate y'all for coming in here. Um, and like Amos Wilson said, we think we got an illusion of a choice and stuff like that. Now, I want to say something first, right? And you know, I'm probably going to I don't know if I'm going to like piss anybody off or anything like that, but just not to like anybody, so y'all don't take it like personal anything that I say on here. And shouts out to Considra, who came on here last time. We was talking about something positive, and this don't pertain to like people who are into that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But the question is, like, are we really into that, And I already know that, what I'm saying, like how they do these channels and stuff like that. But like at the same time, I know that a lot of people don't want to listen or may shy away from some of the things that I say because we don't want to deal with the truth or the reality. You know what I'm saying? I should be talking more positive, but the truth is, what I'm saying, give me something positive to talk about, and then maybe we could do that. And I'm including myself in all of this too. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that even a lot, I know sometimes I even just come on here and say stuff just to like, what I'm saying, like I already know, but at the same time, we sit here like, because if I hear black people sit here and talk about capitalism and all of these other things, what I'm saying, like we always trying to find a reason or an excuse or whatever not to do the things that we are supposed to do. Like we got some kind of illusion of a choice or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We got to face reality. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how people aren't mad at the way that it is, like the whole thing, and don't see it for what it is. Like we trying to find discomfort, and I'm not even talking about the people that's lost. I'm talking about, you know, like if you notice, right, even the trolls don't come on here anymore, you know what I'm saying, like that, and they used to try to do that stuff all the time, but they don't even come in the chat. They don't say nothing negative and nothing like that, but when you do certain things, they and I invite them to come in. I don't mind. I know y'all don't like it, but yo, it is what it is. But like sometimes even when you say, it may seem like being whatever, but it's just, what I'm saying, what I think is the reality of the situation. And we can't like act like it's not the truth or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And if something like that, we have to show results if we are on a level where we can like even criticize or say somebody, because I know y'all be like, oh yeah, this is extreme, you're racist, you shouldn't say this, you shouldn't say that, you shouldn't do this, because no, like we don't get that. No matter how you act, no matter what you do, it's still the same thing, right? Like be abstract here. What are some solutions? You give me some solutions, you know what I'm saying? And our delusional state that we in. And like I said, I'm including myself, but I'm not so crazy to not realize, like, you know what I'm saying, even based off the societies, and we could say in the environment I'm in, but I think globally, because we even try to separate, act like the same thing ain't going in all the time. Um, Yeah, and the crazy thing is it could be 50 people in here for all we know, you know what I'm saying? They don't say the truth, Sometimes it say zero, and it'd be like a lot of people in here. So I already know YouTube's part in it, you know what I'm saying? We already talked about the shyster chick, you know what I'm saying? The Polish uh the Polish kite YouTube chick, you know what I'm saying? We talked about her. But we don't like if I show something, we like, oh yeah, we need to stop tuning and focus on it. Like, yeah, but then even when you focus on that, nobody is like has nothing to say about it, or they try to if they do have something to say, it's like negative. And you know what I'm saying? If it's not you, I'm saying let it fly. I'm just talking about as a group, you know what I'm saying? Because we can't even do certain things. We don't even know that we are really slaves and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because yo, that's just what happened, you know what I'm saying? And we can't act like reality isn't real, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. We are like delusional and we just have, you know what I'm saying, a whole lot of illusions and delusions, and we look for any and everything to save us, but there is no white saviors, you know what I'm saying? Like there is no other saviors, right? There's no other help, there is no nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody in a of a white country wanted to help, because you know these problems been like here for hundreds of years, you know what I'm saying, longer than I've been here. And if they could be solved that easily, you know what I'm saying, then why haven't they been done then? You know what I'm saying? That's my question. Show me how to do it. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? I do it, you know what I'm saying, the way I want to do it. Even sometimes I guess to like even because you know what, we should be pissed off. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, then there's probably something wrong with you, you know what I'm saying? And you should know who your enemy is, you know what I'm saying? And we sit here and be like, yo, like, you know, like just the fact that we think that we can be American and all of this stuff. If that's the case, then why do we complain about all the stuff? And then you say like the fake history. And then if you ask some like truths, that's why they stay away from here and they don't really put it, they stop blocking the channel, or you know what I'm saying? I guess if enough people start coming in here, they'll start blocking it again and take this down. But it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? That's why I still leave anything that I say up, because like yo, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like what are they gonna do? Like I know that, you know what I'm saying, we have nothing, I have nothing to lose, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, you know what I'm saying? Like hell, what I got to lose, you know what I mean? But yo, like see, I'm not even gonna say that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, right? I know that even if you don't even want to hear it, like it's still gonna go out smack you in the face when we go outside, because like yeah, this is just freaking YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's not real and not a real thing. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Raw? But like the truth is, like you go outside, it's still the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we just talk and talk and talk. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is we have our own biases and everything, you know what I'm saying? Even when we be like, oh yeah, we gonna, because we always got to go at each other first, you know what I'm saying? Even in this great war, we always like, yo, first we got to go after each other, get rid of the, you know, you go like that, and we stuck on this repeat cycle, you know what I'm saying, of inner conflict, and we'll always be stuck on this cycle of inner conflict. I feel like sometimes you got to push the button and like start over. But, you know, y'all got families and stuff, you know, right? So the thing is though, we is no choice that we have, you know what I'm saying? So if I talk about something that's negative, then it show me something that's positive, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm not saying, and like I said, I'm including myself in all of this, but we can't act like, you know, we don't have like the egos get involved in everything that we are doing, um, to the point where, you know, it's just that you don't even want to do certain things, you know what I'm saying, because you catch certain feelings, or you know, people don't, or other people have stopped listening because I don't mention certain stuff. You know why I don't talk about, like, you know, like certain things? Because I don't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to knock what you believe in, but you know what I'm saying? I could, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could say a whole lot more offensive stuff, but I don't. But the truth is, you know what I'm saying, if you want to stop seeing negative stuff, then make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to show all the positive things, but then you'll be like, whoa, you know, that brother did such and such. That brother was this, that brother was that. You know what I'm saying? It's like we won't even get on the same radar, you know what I'm saying, in the same place. You know what I mean? So yeah, sometimes I even take shots at what y'all believe in, you know what I'm saying? Just messing with y'all. But like, yo, the truth is though, I think deep down, you know what I'm saying, we don't really want to see, like, we don't want the smoke, but it doesn't matter. The smoke came for us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I don't know. So, I'm gonna stop there, you know what I'm saying? Because I was a lot, it would have came out a lot worse, but I guess I calmed down in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? But what's going on, Ben Uko? But yeah, so this one I'm not even going to like go. I just want to show you some stuff, but even, and just because, you know, I know that y'all don't like seeing this kind of stuff, but like Amos Wilson said, what are you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're gonna go to the UN, you're gonna file a lawsuit, you're gonna ask for a law to protect you, you're gonna call the police. What the hell are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I better not talk that way, you know what I'm saying? Or else, you know what I'm saying? Or else what, you know? Anyway, you see, I play like shouts out to my brother Bakari who showed this one earlier about this brother he talked about this. He put me onto this, so I just wanted to play. I ain't gonna talk about it. Y'all can listen to it there, but this brother was found hanging from a tree. And shouts out to Considerate for sending
This happened in North Georgia. Being on the autopsy results for 29-year-old Trevante Schubert Hilton. Mr. Hilton, whose body was found hanging from a tree last week in North Georgia, is a hiker, found the body.
And we like, yo, and there is no separate, yo, if you ain't black to me, like, you know what I'm saying, you're not whatever. But then we be like, yo, what is black? But then we'll say, well, you know why we make all of these excuses? Because, you know what I'm saying, straight coward stuff. You know what I'm saying? We can argue about ancient history because there's no like ramifications. You know what I'm saying? We can argue about where we come from because like what's going to do but cause more confusion. We could go through a thorough history of where the hell we come from after, you know what I'm saying, we goddamn create the labs to go do the damn testing ourselves, you know what I'm saying, by first removing said threat from your area, you know what I'm saying?
Is a hiker, found the body.
What's going on, Bakari? Yeah, I'll show this John you was talking about the other day.
On the trail not far from High Shoals Falls in the Swallow Creek Wildlife Management Area. This took place on the 21st of this month after the hiker reported the discovery to the GBI to assist in the investigation. In a press release, GBI investigators stated that Mr. Hilton's death appears to be an isolated incident based on a preliminary investigation. State authorities also said Mr. Hilton was by himself at the wildlife management area. GBI spokesperson Kimberly Williams.
See, there was no other group. I don't care which, if we differentiate, you know what I'm saying, white people by group, you know what I'm saying, there's no friends in the world, you know what I'm saying, we can't even be our own damn friends, you know what I'm saying? And the question is, you know, what the hell is you gonna do about it, you know what I'm saying?
Found on state property. Williams stated no additional information was available to release at this time, but said the autopsy report is pending completion. The investigation.
Well, you know, and the thing is, right, because I don't want to act like, you know, because where have we been, you know what I'm saying? So we're no longer in this situation, you know, everything is good, you know what I'm saying? We can be talk like everything is fine, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, yo, it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? And the truth is not even like an individual thing, is an energy, you know what I'm saying? So that's where, like, I don't know where the fear comes from, because we fear for ourselves individually, but you still late anyway. Yeah, and they called it suicide.
Was available to release at this time, but said the autopsy report is pending completion. The investigation remains ongoing. Until Hilton's investigation is completed, there is no way to truly know. But what we do know is Georgia has a rich history of lynching Black folks in the state. According to the New Georgia Encyclopedia, Georgia has a total of 458 reported lynchings, only exceeded by Mississippi, 538. During the 1880s and 1890s, instances of lethal mob violence increased steadily, peaking.
What'll really kill you is if they do the numbers until like 1990s or something. You know what I'm saying? That'll be the real irony. I know we thought it was over and stuff like that. You know, we can't say that kind of stuff. We gotta make sure our kids aren't offended. We sound like them talking about CRT, you know what I'm saying? Well, we don't want to offend them, to let them know the situation they're in, you know what I'm saying? God forbid they ever rise up, you know what I'm saying, knowing that they are who they are.
In 1899, when 27 Georgians fell victim to lynch mobs. Between 1890 and 1900, Georgia averaged more than one mob killing per month. Now, I want you to understand a mob killing. These are...
Yeah, we know what a mob killing is. It's like when a bunch of like officers sit on somebody's neck for like 10 minutes and then, you know, oh, he's talking about back in the day. Now, I want you to see this, right? Because then we also don't even teach our children, right, that we have no freaking friends, right? Now, this young brother out with his...
Excuse me, would you mind?
Hispanic friends here. And I don't know if y'all saw what happened to this young brother here. Of course, they got like commercial. You know, you know what makes the most money? Your death and destruction. And I can't say something negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it is what it is. People have done what they've done. You know what I'm saying? And we learn from said mistakes, because even if you smile in their face and, you know what I'm saying, and do what you do on the low, or if you say it in their face, it's still the same results, right? As we get over this illusion and that we got like a choice, you know what I'm saying? But check it
A
out.
party on Dockweiler Beach turned
Young brother
violent
going
and
to a
bloody.
bomb
A
party.
local teen is now recovering in the hospital after he was viciously attacked, stomped, stabbed in the back, and others recorded the attack.
Now look who's this young brother probably out there with. Probably some mestiza chick, you know what I'm saying, or whatever you call them, the West Arabs.
This news reporter Michelle Fisher spoke with the teen's mother tonight, who is trying to make sense of it all.
My son didn't deserve this.
A heartbroken mother speaking out tonight after her 16-year-old son and only child was brutally beaten. The assault caught on cell phone video being circulated online. The teen covering his face as he is stomped, kicked, and stabbed by a group of at least 5 attackers. He suffered a concussion and spent days in the ICU with severe injuries.
The doctors was telling me we didn't know if we was going to lose your son or not. He had a tube going through his chest. They had to collapse a lung to repair the other lung. They had to take a camera in his stomach to check to see if there was anything else like going on in his stomach, because it was so much blood.
The assault happened during a bonfire party at Dockweiler Beach on February the 10th. Frankie says the fight started after her son tried to help a friend, and he was not the aggressor, a detail police confirmed.
Never been in trouble, never been into a fight, never. He's loved everywhere. He's such an amazing kid that didn't have to go through what he went through.
The LAPD saying some of the
What? He didn't have to go through what he went through? She sat up there and let this young brother go to this party. We probably the only black kid out there. So probably like, oh, it's black and brown, so it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like she set up here. Let him go out there. Don't even got this young brother knowing the situation he in. He's sitting up there trying to probably help this mestizo chick who probably just stood there and ain't do nothing and why or call for help or nothing, or you know what I'm saying? And he trying to help her or whatever. And then these other, I guess, Mexican dudes, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what they was, you know what I'm saying? Jump him and they leaving out calling him, you know what I'm saying, N-word, you know what I'm saying, and attacking him, you know, all this other stuff. And she was like, I hate he had to go through this. Like, we think we gotta, that's what I'm saying. We think we got a choice. And you telling me that like black people is racist? Are you kidding me? Like, we are we the only ones that don't understand that. Because like, yo, I hear people sitting here debating about race is a social construct. Really? Then you wouldn't tell me the difference between Kelly Rowland and Kelly Clarkson if we didn't have the words white and black and all this stuff. You can see the difference. You know what? They're going to do different things. You know what I'm saying? You are probably going to need to go out into the sun and get like vitamin D or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that you get from the sun. They probably not. It ain't no damn social it's just what we call different groups of, if you call them people, different classes of humans, you know what I'm saying? Their scientists also say gender is a social construct, you know what I'm saying? Men can give birth to babies, you know what I'm saying? This is what their scientists also say. And we be like, oh, well, yes, so race is a social construct. No, the social construct is like determining the, like, you know what I'm saying, the hierarchy based off that, you know what I'm saying? And everybody understands that but us, you know what I'm saying? We don't know that we're supposed to compete, you know what I'm saying? We think that we are black Americans, you know what I'm saying? Even though we're gonna complain about these mestizos getting checks instead of you, and getting, while you in the damn shelter, you know what I'm saying? Well, not in the shelter, on the bus or subway somewhere, they're in a hotel, you know what I'm saying? And no, they're our friends. He shouldn't have went through this. How can he not go through this? Like, where have we been for like 700 years? I say 2,000, but at least the last 400, right?
And have to go through what he went through.
The LAPD saying some of the juvenile suspects behind the attack have now been identified and detectives are interviewing them. Language in the video leading Frankie to believe it was a gang-affiliated hate crime.
It's all good. It's all good. They're investigating this. It's a gang-affiliated hate crime, right?
Gang-affiliated hate crime.
They kept saying on a dead homie.
If only we had that damn black hate bill, if only, right? And there would have been justice there.
It was a gang-affiliated hate crime.
They kept saying on the dead homies why they was kicking him and stabbing him. They took his shoes, they stole.
Yo, that's a fact right there. The social construct is y'all compliance. You know what I'm saying? That's the social freaking construct. You know what I'm saying?
His phone. They called him a they called him a they did so much stuff. So that's not hate crime? Of course. Of course.
As Frankie's son.
Maybe if he wasn't a capitalist, right? It would have been different. Or if he had told them that he was a Christian, you know what I'm saying? Or said that he was a black American. Or they knew he was a black American, so that's why they did it. Or they knew he thought he was a black American, right? So, anyway.
Continues to heal physically and emotionally. The family has set up a GoFundMe to help offset medical expenses and the costs of relocating.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube.
Yeah, I know, Raw, but you know, the problem is so little. Like, we go out there every single day and it's still the same thing for like so long, you know what I'm saying? And doing some, like, that's the thing. Like, I'm even talking about people in my family be like, oh yeah, you're racist, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, why aren't you? You know what I'm saying? That's my question. Why aren't you? But you're like, oh yeah, you're a racist.
After being attacked at Dockwaller Beach this month, no arrests have been made so far. NBC4's Darcia Phillips spoke with the teenager's mom tonight. We want to warn you, this video as well may be disturbing.
I can't take this no more. I want help, please. That's all I ask.
A mother's desperate plea for justice after her 16-year-old son was brutally beaten and stabbed.
Oh, hold on. Like Amos Wilson said, you know, hold on. I'm gonna play this one last time, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. As I'll let y'all answer the question.
That's one possibility. Being what? What is it? Pose these problems upon us. And the solution being what? What is it? What is the solution? Abstract now, tell me.
Elimination.
To eliminate what? That's one possibility.
Is it one possibility or is a possibility or the possibility? You decide, you know. But, you know, she won't answer. So
Beaten and stabbed at Dockweiler
y'all
Beach
give me
on
what is
February
the
10th.
abstract now?
They
What do
told
y'all
me they
say?
didn't know if my son was going to live.
Frankie says her son suffered a punctured lung and lost over a half-liter of blood.
These kids tried to take my baby away from me.
Yeah, exactly, Ron.
This can't go unseen.
The attack was recorded. The video is part of LAPD's investigation, and it is graphic.
They wanted to kill my son. They kept beating him, stepping on his face, stabbing him.
Frankie says this started when her son saw a girl get thrown to the ground by another girl, and he tried to help her up. That's when Frankie says a guy punched her son in the head. Her son tried to run away, but a group of 4 to 6 guys caught up to him and viciously attacked him. In the video, you can see him on the ground, covering his face and clearly outnumbered.
Nobody helped him during the fight. Nobody said stop. I'm going to call 911. Nobody did anything.
Frankie says the group stole her
What?
son's shoes and phone.
What do you mean? I thought black and brown, right? He probably was out there protesting for those little kids in cages, or probably one of them who was in cages. What do you mean nobody did anything? I can't believe it. It's 2024, right?
911.
Or whatever year
Nobody
it
did
is.
anything.
Frankie says the group stole her son's shoes and phone and used racial and homophobic slurs. And detectives told her they believe her son's attackers are part of a gang and range in age from 14 to 17 years old.
Are you okay, bro?
Frankie says her son is recovering, but
Well,
is
it
still
probably was in
dealing
the
with
cages.
constant pain and trauma.
My son wakes up through the night yelling. Like, I have to comfort him. I have to lay next to him and tell him nobody's coming here for you, baby. Mommy here. He does not sleep.
Frankie.
Wait, hold on. Say that one more time, ma'am. And this is no disrespect to her, but this is just for the next parent who is going to let their child go out tomorrow or probably this weekend. It's probably a story we ain't heard about this weekend. So we'll talk about it. We'll warn the next parents after that one. But say that one more time.
Comfort him. I have to lay next to him and tell him nobody's coming here for you, baby. Mommy here.
And that's nobody's coming.
Sleep.
Frankie has started fundraising.
For us to relocate, I want to get my son away from here because all those schools is around where I live. I don't feel safe. My son doesn't feel safe.
The account has raised nearly $20,000. She's grateful.
Now, I'm going to show one more just because, right? Y'all need to see it just because, right?
A 16-year-old boy is recovering tonight after a brutal attack and robbery at Dockweiler State Beach.
The victim is punched, kicked, and stabbed several times in what police are investigating as a violent hate crime. Mary Beth McDade live in Manhattan Beach with a story you'll see only on 5. Mary Beth?
Yes, and Micah and Cher, the victim's mother, tells us that it is going to be a very long time before her son fully recovers both mentally and physically. And she's asking that if anyone knows anything about this vicious attack, that you call authorities. The videos are hard to watch. The teenage victim's mother tells us that 5 to 7 Hispanic teens beat, stomped, and stabbed her 16-year-old son at Dockweiler Beach.
When the doctor came to, like, soon as we walked through the door, they was like, we didn't know if your son was going to live. And I just started crying. And I just went over there and held my son's head and told him, Mommy's not going anywhere.
Fortunately, the Hawthorne teen survived after several tense days in the ICU.
He had a punctured lung, concussion, They had to put a tube through his chest to suck all the blood out.
The mother says that on Saturday night, on February 10th, her son had gone to see some friends at a party that had been promoted on social media.
My son was helping a friend. He helped a friend like get her up off the ground, and then the guy just asked him like to
All right, probably that Cholo chick.
stop.
And
then
they
my
was mad
son
he was with her.
wanted to help his friend, and then the guy asked him, did he want to fight? And my son didn't want to fight him.
She says others then joined in stabbing him 3 times and leaving him with a concussion as they shouted racist and gay slurs. She tells us she considers this to be a hate crime, and based on the references the attackers made about a gang, she thinks this may have been a gang initiation.
They were just calling him all type of names, and they were just kicking him all in his head and his face, stabbing him.
She tells us videos of the attack have been circulating in Hawthorne high schools and at schools in nearby communities. She believes the suspects go to these schools and now wants to move out of the area to protect her son.
I'm still lost for words knowing that somebody did this to him, and they could still be out there looking for him.
Well, probably somebody else out there and is not looking for him and just happened to see him at the time, and he's just the resident Negro. I know we think that we're individuals, but like he is just the Negro that's there. You know what I'm saying? Now the thing is, right? I don't want to play these kinds of videos. You know what I'm saying? I would love, like, if the ones I want to play is the the consequences for actions like this. I would love to show the consequences and show, you know what I'm saying, maybe the other way around, like, yo, don't do this, and they're looking for who's ever done this. You know what I'm saying? I would love to play but the problem is, right, far too often, right, pretty much like 95% of the time there's like no consequences to play. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite things to like watch and play is the consequences. And for like at least the last 60 something years, like straight, you know what I'm saying? Like I can show something positive and go back to like 1963 and show like, you know, like us, like and Robert F. Williams or something like that. And I can show the you know what I'm saying? Well, I showed all the brothers that I could show. I tried to, you know what I'm saying? And if there's more, then you show me this, and then, you know, and even if it's not on here, you know what I'm saying? Then it's something that I can support, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Why even, you know, never mind. You know. I'm going to even like skip these next ones, right? He's talking about this white bitch talking about she gonna kill her neighbors. And then, oh yeah, this precious white girl who sat up there and killed her little biracial children. You know what I'm saying? Just crazy, you know. I guess according to y'all, black children, because this is a psychopath here, you know. See, that's a whole nother thing. That's the interesting. We'll welcome everybody else in, but we can't even get along with each other. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because it's a damn excuse behind all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you even make excuses for the whole mulatto thing just because your girlfriend might be, your children might be mulatto. You know what I'm saying? You like white girls. You know, let's be real. You like white girls. You know what I'm saying? Or your sister then hooked up with a white boy and your little nephew is biracial, you know what I'm saying? You see, like that's the sickness that we're in. Like we think that a white bitch can give birth to a damn black child. We think that we got a damn choice, you know what I'm saying, in the matter, bro. Like we dumb. But anyway, y'all, I guess hopefully I haven't offended anybody. Maybe I haven't. And y'all can call me out too. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But I'm going to like call you out back. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I guess, why a lot of the trolls and stuff haven't even been back. You know, I can't even get like the white trolls or responding no more. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play something else. I want to play I know one of y'all boys, like one of his favorites, you know what I'm saying? I know how much he loved the damn Kennedys and how much John Brown, the John Brown reincarnated. Yo, did you hear this? You know what I'm saying? What this dude says. So I'm gonna say something different. I ain't gonna say something negative, but I just wanted to show. I know some people love the Kennedys. You know what I'm saying? And think that they some heroes. We always looking for a damn white savior, man. It's just crazy to me. And some kind of inclusion and all this nonsense. Like it's just. And you telling me that we get it? Like nah. Like we think we got like a choice in the matter. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't think you can change that part of human nature. What you can do is you can make kids resilient against it.
What the hell is wrong with his voice?
The way you do that is by giving them a great education so that they know that they have potential. And
all right, so he's talking about how we're going to dress, right? This voice threw me off, yo, because what the hell is wrong? He smoked hella cigarettes or something.
What you can do is you can make kids resilient against it. And the way you do that is by giving them a great education so that they know that they have potential. And the other thing is to give them business models, role models, and opportunities within their own neighborhood. You know, Black men who are running barbershops, who are running bars, who are running dance studios.
Oh, you got Parkinson's or something? What the fuck is it?
Local businesses,
What is wrong with
restaurants,
this dude?
etc., and who are part of that community. And, you know, when I was a kid, my uncle was the first Irish Catholic president of our country. And when he ran for president, there was a tremendous resurgence in anti-Catholic sentiment in this country and a resurgence of the Ku Klux Klan.
A freaking wop.
I remember crosses being burned when I was a kid against an anti-Catholic president. A lot of I was called a Mick, a mackerel snatcher, all these anti-Catholic.
They said a mackerel snatcher? I gotta use that one. A mackerel snatcher.
slurs.
Oh yeah, because it's not just one group of you know, because we can go into the whole Irish shit. I like to do that, you know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, Irish, like no, like you know, like that dude tried to come on here and talk about show a little damn white kid act like he's like come on, man, stop twisting up history. We don't even want to own up to the fact, like, you know, like we think, like I've heard people say like, yeah, I'm not sure about, you know, slavery back then, you know what I'm saying? But the crazier part is like we think that we ain't in it right now. Like when did you tell me when to stop? You know what I'm saying? I can tell you how it's transformed. Like you can give me dates where it turned into a different kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, listen, you have literal for-profit prisons that make more money for like inmates than you do for children at school. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like a inmate, you get paid more for an inmate. It like they say it costs the state, but it's really like they get in, like you get paid more money for an inmate than you do for a student, you know. But that's just that part of it. I ain't even going to the other part.
When I was a kid, but it never bothered me. If somebody called me that, I would think that guy's got a problem. But I didn't think I have a problem. And that because I had a great education, I had a family who loved me, I had role models in my country, I had confidence in my own future.
So pretty much he was into the Italian mob, you know what I'm saying? That they got paid, you know what I'm saying? They was doing some old shot, well, they did their own shyster stuff, you know what I'm saying? But the fact is though, their mobs and their communities, they even stuck together, you know what I'm saying? You would have people in their mobs just like in different branches of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we already know that, like, we're like black people, if you had like whatever, and then you had different people in different branches, you know what I'm saying? Even if you wanted to infiltrate America, which like, I think that you can take the roots out of something and it still grow. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me hurry up because I want to talk about.
You know, those kind of things had no impact on me. And that's the kind of resilience that we want to give the Black American children so that they have so much confidence in their own future that when they do encounter the inevitable racism, that it will bounce off them, that they'll be, you know, like the Avengers, they'll be immune to it. And then we don't have to stop racism altogether because we're never going to be able to do that. But we can have children that are not affected by it.
So it can have it bounce off them, you know what I'm saying? I guess like that young kid had like those Mexicans
Recordings
feet
just-
bouncing off his face, you know. I guess that's what he's talking about.
Racism, systemic racism in this country.
This is the
energy.
Kennedy dude that y'all be talking about, like that's like the John Brown. This is the dude. Y'all love these like I don't understand it though, like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Energy to deal with racism, systemic racism in this country.
Boy, we think somebody else is gonna help us and save us. Boy, I tell you right now, we think people is gonna help us and save us. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this group of white people is good. All we gotta do is go to this country and they're gonna do this. Like, really? What about the Negroes in that country? You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even do it for them, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I'm just saying, like, over the last whatever years, like, let's see an example so I can emulate it, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, I don't know.
Country has been directed at trying to make people so they're not racist anymore. Through education, through sanctions, through cancellation, whatever. And all of these things are important. But I would say that we're never going to eliminate racism. We are hardwired from the 20,000 generations that humanity spent wandering the African savannah in little tribal groups.
So he said, "You's the one been looking for damn different." Now, y'all sitting there talking about racism, social construct. I know why you say that, because this is damn another illusion that we have that we can maybe get out of it that way. But now Kennedy's saying you made this up looking for damn differences. Well, this is like the projection, because they would kill somebody for having red hair or like freckles or something. This is like European history, you know.
1,000 generations that humanity spent wandering the African savannah in little tribal groups. We're hardwired to look for differences in other people and then to
All right. This is how I was looking, you know what I'm saying? This is how I was looking when he said that. It's my face right now, bro. Is he dying? Is he having a stroke? What's going on here? Oh man. All right. Now this part I want to show this. Now you see like the good old white saviors, the white heroes and stuff. And the thing is, right? My thing is, because we, like I said, we always call each other out, and I'll always ask y'all, like, and I tell you how certain things is a freaking slippery slope, and how, because my thing is like, and you can call it like, please make me aware of minds, you know what I'm saying? But we be so hard on certain whatever, but then we'll turn around and make excuses for the certain clones that we like. And I think that certain ones are even more dangerous than the ones that y'all think. I think the ones who was on this people of color and all this, they irritate me more than the flat out ones, because like at least those ones are just funny and you know what I'm saying, we could see it. But a lot of us get caught up, especially the laymen, because a lot of us is laymen's and just being black, but we're racist, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of us, the people that we love, I can guarantee you almost, you know what I'm saying? I can tell you somebody that you love will be a part of that first squad that got to go down. You know what I'm saying? When y'all say, oh, well, we got to go after our own, I can guarantee you. Because if I put that, that's why y'all don't even understand that that whole thing is a slippery slope when we say this, right? Now, this chick here, you know what I'm saying? She got the nerve to sit there and call other, and which they are, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say, but she thinks that she is not, based off what she's talking about. You just heard the freaking Democrats, you know what I'm saying? But
Well, Mike is
That's
not going to
that's
like
something different.
this one, but I'd be curious to see who he comes out to attack in regards to this segment. Now, this segment took place on Stephanie Rule's show, the 11th hour, I believe.
Everybody quiet. Yo, Ida B. Wells was like, you know why she is left out of history though? Is because she didn't make a lot of friends, you know what I'm saying? Because she felt like she was saying what needed to be said, but she was like, that one of the things that she said she regretted was that she didn't like, you know, just try to be, she was just about business all the time, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people didn't like when she would like say something, and she was like, that's a reason why a lot of people don't mention her and they leave her out, you know. I understand what she's saying though.
And she does a segment called the Nightcap, the Cocktail Hour, something like that, right? And the subject of Charlemagne and Killer Mike came up, and how they are using their huge platforms to spread misinformation and lies. And there was a black woman tagged for Stacey Abrams.
Sneakers with a big T emblazoned on what planet does that make sense? I mean, Republicans constantly say the quiet part loud, right? And they have let African Americans know how they really think about them as voters and as human beings. I mean, I'm also just confused. Can the shoes actually stay on the market because they have a red bottom, and we know?
Oh yeah, because we have escaped the Democratic plantation, and if y'all haven't known, people like her is worried that we gonna run to the Republican plantation, which several people have, you know what I'm saying? Let's not act like, you know what I'm saying, they haven't, you know what I'm saying? And we still talk, we could do this, we could, like, yo, there's only one answer to that too, you know what I'm saying? There ain't nobody, and even if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to fund your own politicians. So that is only one answer. There's no illusion of like different answers and nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? And we think we got a choice, it ain't no choice, right? Only people that's going to help you is you. Like what the lady said, oh, I had to tell him, baby, ain't nobody coming, it's just your mama here, you know what I'm saying? And for like 100 years, like our mama couldn't even do it because they made our moms like go to them, you know.
Christian Louboutin is a little litigious when it comes to red bottoms. So it's like, Donald Trump, think through this. Do you want another lawsuit? I mean, you've got enough. But I think, you know, the fact that Republicans are saying, well, black boys love them because they're sneakers. That's it. That's your policy position. But Donald Trump's running out of things to shill, right? We've had water. We've had steaks. We've had ties.
Okay,
but
then why don't I hear from the Charlemagne the God or the Killer Mikes out there saying, hold on?
Because they need to read a book and or talk to a political scientist, right? These are people who have platforms, massive platforms, huge.
How's she gonna tell somebody else to read a damn book and tell them, like, don't even read a book, just go like look at the results from like the last few years, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta read a book, just like read a newspaper out this bit or go to the grocery store, you know.
They influence over young people. Massive influence over not just young people, but black men in particular, right? And they are the ones who are parroting Russian propaganda, things that you can find easily on Facebook, sort of saying, well, neither one does anything, so, you know, I don't know, if you want to stay home, that's up to you. They refuse to lay out how far this train can go off the track, right? How far Donald Trump can take us away from democratic ideals.
You know what? Good. I thought that was the whole point. We like are scared to death, right? Because if I'd be like, if something is built off my destruction, obviously I would want that thing destroyed, you know what I'm saying? Like if it can only be successful on my destruction, obviously I want that thing destroyed so good, you know what I'm saying? But we're not going to sit here and act like it's not part of the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Because they can say that Joe Biden did that whole crime bill stuff, you know what I'm saying? They can say that, you know, and it is true. But they can't also say, well, Donald Trump back then was like saying that's not harsh enough, you know what I'm saying? Because they're freaking same, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure doing lynchings, you know what I'm saying, they would probably most likely, well, they'll have the Confederate flag, but they'll likely have a Trump thing too, you know? especially the police who sit there and call it a suicide. You know what I'm saying?
Country is not perfect. Every black person knows that, right? But incrementally, we have to actually work towards the ideals. We can't have people consistently telling young people, well, if you sit this one out, I don't think it'll make a difference because, you know, Joe Biden hasn't done anything for your community. Absolutely not. I mean, we know that African Americans are most susceptible to environmental racism. We know that having debt relief for people who've gone to college, that actually closes the wealth gap, right? So African Americans can actually start to buy houses. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Well, not of houses is like. Well, anyway.
So when you have people like Killer Mike and Charlamagne the God, I think they are actually real dangerous threats to democracy and participation for African Americans in particular.
Now, see, this is, and my point is, I'm gonna let her say it too, all right? But my thing is, we can say who is dangerous to the black community, and I'm not even gonna say that you're wrong. But the part that we don't want to hear is that maybe somebody you love is also dangerous, or maybe even you. Maybe even me. You can say I am too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fine. You know, nobody is saying nothing, but, you know, I don't know. It might be like nobody listening, but that's fine. You know what I'm saying? It may be, it may not be offensive at all. It may be offensive. But how can we be like, call anybody? Like, we have to, because I think this biasness in us, you know what I'm saying? We may gotta, like, understand, like, because, like, look, I can like somebody and still like damn, that was some, like, it was some clone stuff. Like, it is what it is. It's just the law. It's just the rules. You know what I'm saying? But the dangerous part is that we sit here and think that we can label who is the whatever, and then once the person that you think, or even yourself, get put on that list, you know what I'm saying? Like, because we just can't beef about that internally, you know what I'm saying? I might not even agree with neither one of them, and it might be somebody else for me, you know. I don't know.
Killer Mike, Nina Simone, Charlamagne, they are dangerous to the black community, and anyone with a large platform.
But so is she, though. That's, man,
If you've been in a car.
And I'm not saying they aren't, you know what I'm saying? But so is she. Like, what? How can she say that?
Are a danger to the black community. And we're not going to leave out Snoop, Kodak Black, Lil Wayne, Ice Cube, and all the rest of them. Waka Flocka, Travis Scott, all the rest of them. They are too a danger to the black community, and even the small platforms who prop up these people and use these people to spin a narrative.
Now they do the same thing with her, and she's sitting there telling you like, "Oh, well, we can't do this for good old." They're like, "Oh, anybody who tells you that Genocide Joe, you know, let's go Brandon himself, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude can't even ride a bike." Say, "Oh, well, what?" Lesser of two evils, you know what I'm saying? And she got the nerve to sit up here and call somebody else dangerous, you know what I'm saying? When she has, you know, hella followers herself, you know.
People and use these people to spin a narrative, they too are a danger to the black community. Anybody that's saying that, well, the Democrats and the Republicans are the same. The Democrats have done nothing for you. So if you chose to stay home, no one would blame you. Those people are dangerous to the black community. And anybody that is out there telling people or putting the thought or idea into black people's minds to not vote because of what's going on in another country.
In another country? What the hell is she talking about? You know what I'm saying? Now they're talking about the whole, because, you know, I'm sorry, let me explain it to y'all. Black people care about what goes on to like Arabs more than they do themselves. So they would boycott certain things and watch their money if another group of people gets harmed. Like, for instance, like the Mexicans that you seen like beat up that kid, you know, when they was in cages. Black people's like, no, like, we're gonna boycott. But, you know, when the brother get beat up, we're not gonna like be like, no more tacos, you know what I'm saying? No more going to that Mexican restaurant, you know what I'm saying? And So that's what she's talking about going on in another country. So the whole genocide Joe thing. But also your tax money, by the way, that's going over there. Like, let's not forget about that part. You know what I'm saying? And all of my tax money going to Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of dangers, they're all shills. So how can she have the audacity to call? And I'm not even saying that they aren't. You know what I'm saying? But how can she say she's not? You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, though, some of the people that we love, even some of the people you love, Oni, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't love them, so I can't say that. But, just for the time being, some of the people you love, Oni, also do these things where they say, oh, these persons is got to go first. You know what I'm saying? But then you'll be like, what about that person you love? They got to go too. No. Wait a minute now, We're going to get away from this slippery slope thing, everybody thinks they're right, It's a slippery slope, but, and why we're going to be on this repetitive cycle, we got to get rid of the whatever. No, it's just go after the thing and whoever in the way is. But that's all.
When we are in peril right here in our own country, those people are too a danger to black people and the black community. Child, I'm late. I gotta go to work. Do with this information.
I'm gonna let my brother speak here. I don't even plan this though. This is for y'all. This is for y'all statement. I'm gonna let the expert speak. This is higher than me.
Y'all have a fantastic Monday.
Every non-white person in America stands in solidarity with the white power structure against African people. Let me say it one more time, my politically uneducated, multicultural Negropeans. Every non-white community in America stands in solidarity with the white power structure against African people. So you don't just look at the white community. It is black people versus everybody. It is black people versus everybody. It is black people. It is 50 million of us versus 300 million of them. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The Asians are with the Caucasian. They're cousins anyway. The Arab is with the Caucasian. They're cousins anyway. The Latino is with the Caucasian. They share blood. We have no damn friends.
Let me add one more just to make Umar mad. The biracials aside, the mulattoes aside. Because I know a lot of y'all be like, oh no. So I had to throw that in there too, just to, I guess, for y'all who say, because he ain't all the way clean either, because you know what I'm saying, he'd be like, but he named like two mulatto groups, like Arabs is mulattoes and Mexicans is mulattoes, you know what I'm saying? But they have to be a big enough group for y'all to be like, okay, well, yeah, now you're not black, you're this. They have to be big enough to be a group. Well, you could say like the American mulattoes is the group, you know what I'm saying? How about that?
Their blood anyway. We have no damn friends. And I still hear black people talking about Asian justice and gay justice and Caucasian. We refuse to focus on ourselves. Black people are so full of self-hate, we can't even talk about race without bringing up another people's issues. When have you seen a Latino bring up black people's issues when they were talking about themselves? When have you seen an Asian bring up black people's issues when they were talking about themselves? When have you seen an Arab bring up black people's issues when they were talking about themselves? When have you seen the Rainbow Militia bring up African people's issues when they were talking about themselves? But every time you open your damn mouth, you got to play somebody else's trumpet when we got instruments that ain't even been played yet. How you got time to play somebody else's instruments and you ain't even played your own instruments yet. Oh, I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. You silly ass Negro. You couldn't be a racist if you wanted to. To be a racist, you gotta be organized. To be a racist, you gotta have power. To be a racist, you gotta control privileges, resources, and opportunities that another group needs. Your ass ain't no racist. You too dumb and disorganized.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I had to walk away for a second. Let me run that back for some of y'all. I know they ain't saying nothing, but they know they wrong.
How you got time to play somebody else's instruments and you ain't even played your own instruments yet? Oh, I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. You silly ass Negro. You couldn't be a racist if you wanted to. To be a racist, you gotta be organized. To be a racist, you gotta have power. To be a racist, you gotta control privileges, resources, and opportunities that another group needs. Your ass ain't no racist. You too dumb and disorganized to be a damn racist.
Wait, one more time. One more time. All right. I'm appealing to authority here on y'all.
Needs. Your ass ain't no racist. You too dumb.
Yo, what's going on, Consider? I was kind of going there earlier. You know, shouts out to you for keeping me positive, but today I had to go negative because they don't like to hear that. They don't like the fact that, you know what I'm saying, they don't want to hear it. They think they got a choice about what to do. You know what I'm saying? They think that they could be Americans. They think that all of this is just capitalism. You know what I'm saying? We saw capital race just a social construct. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just appealing to authority about, can black people be racist?
Opportunities that another group needs. Your ass ain't no racist. You too dumb and disorganized to be a damn racist. How the hell you gonna be a racist? And
Oni, I know you're gonna agree with that statement, Oni. Just because he said it in a way that I know you'll agree with that. Now I will ask you, Oni, after this one, do you think that black people is racist?
No racist. You too dumb and disorganized to be a damn racist. How the hell you gonna be a racist and you pray to a white Jesus and an Arab Muhammad? Ain't nothing racist about you. You the most multicultural thing in this country.
Well, knowledge and wisdom, God spread knowledge to the people amongst the earth. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man. One more thing about them, you know, before we go on, right?
Seventh grade.
Shouts out to my brother Maurice Muhammad for showing this, but I want to show another part to it. So shouts out to my brother for showing this. Shouts out to Consider who was on there. No, he's talking about a group of people. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why he said you're too disorganized. Like, tell me what, and you know what? Because you could, so I am going to ask you, what have you done that would be racist? You know what I'm saying? And if you could be, you know what I'm saying, you'd be making your own rules and laws, you know what I'm saying? But just like you, like the 5%, you know what I'm saying, is knowledge, spread knowledge and wisdom to the peoples across the earth, God. Yo, I feel you, Rob, but the problem is too many of us is to where like that's what I'm saying. I would like to show the positive stuff. Like I'm trying to show like all the schools that we talk about that, you know what I'm saying? Even though nobody got nothing, well, not Charlie, of course, you know what I'm saying? But nobody has nothing to say, and these schools go through so much and they don't get support, you know what I'm saying? Because we are a collective of people. Like we would see, I would love to show the consequences of what happened to those Mexicans who beat up that young child, you know what I'm saying? I would like to show that, you know. And the problem is, you know, too many of us is under the spell because like I always say, it's like a mortar and a suicide mission, you know what I'm saying? Like you could be a mortar or it's just a suicide mission. Right now it's just a suicide mission, you know what I'm saying? Because we're scared to death, you know. Said in Africa they make their own laws. They do? Well, I have to dig up the I ain't gonna go there, bro. Are you sure that they do? I mean, I know that the few ones who are trying to have to literally go to war, you know what I'm saying, right now, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully they team up and they fight back. You know what I'm saying? They were like, yo, no more free stuff. You know what I'm saying? But last I checked, a lot of like, you know, I know one country had to pay reparations, you know what I'm saying, to the white people, you know what I'm saying, and they just finished paying them in like 20 something 17. But anyway, let me show this because we act like it ain't a global phenomenon. I would like to believe that, but BP is one of the top countries, top businesses in the world, and I wonder where they get their stuff from. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not disparaging to them or trying to make it in a particular thing, but we really think that there is any option but to like fight them, like some of them hopefully is going to do. And we showed that, but problem is we gotta, because I had some other stuff to show, but I didn't even show that stuff, you know. But anyway. I say what? Yeah, I think Raw said they can make laws even with them. Yeah, I know. I don't think they're getting like the oil from like Europe though, like, you know what I'm saying, or the resources from like Europe. Well, anyway, here we go.
Why don't you share about your passion in sports?
I'm playing AAU basketball right now.
Are you really? Are you guard?
Yes, sir.
Now, what grade are you in?
7th grade.
7th grade.
Right now, I'm just doing basketball, playing guard on the JV team for my school.
How about in school? How y'all doing in school? You should tell the president about the school.
Favorite thing about it is the business academy I'm in. We get to like travel, so we've been to like NC State, Wake Tech, and
You're kidding me.
yeah, we went to the swamp.
You know how much this guy loves you. You just feel it. Can't
He know. He don't even know his name. He's like, you know how much he loves
Dads
you.
are hard to raise once you're.
Now, all right.
Dads are hard to raise once you're a teenager.
He said the laws they can make against transgender. Okay, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to like let them live. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, they have the ability to cut off outside resources. You know what I'm saying. But I mean, because we can go into and then. Oh man, like, and then even you got like people like Malema coming in trying to condemn. That's the point. That's what I'm saying. Like, even then you got other African nations sitting there trying to even condemn them for that. But like I said, I'm not gonna go to that one. I'm gonna try to be cool. Yeah, so he's sitting there having a look.
By the way, dads are hard to raise once you're a teenager.
Oh, we talking about Malema? Oh man, and I like the Malema, you know what I'm saying? But come on, man. But like I said, you know, they can. I guess they can do that. I guess, as long as you don't take a dime out there. Anyway.
Hard to raise, so you gotta be patient with us. You know what I mean? Go patient.
Now check this out. This is funny. You know, this fool Stephen A. Smith.
With heavy advertising and its push to win the battleground state. You know, basically at a
I guess I should have watched this first.
called
Right?
Cookout, where he and Democratic Governor Roy Cooper ordered fried chicken, burgers, milkshakes, a signature of the restaurant, okay, before they were sitting wherever the hell they were sitting. Biden then, it was at the guy's house. Biden then delivered the meals to the Fitz family, where they spoke about education.
Oh, well, you know, well, I mean, like, damn, in Mississippi, yeah, a black person could like, we can like make a law and like a local law, like, you know what I'm saying? But listen, we talking about, because and a few of them have it right where they know they're gonna have to fight for it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's only one answer, and it's global. That's the thing. We think is limited to one spot. Like all that goes along with all this construct stuff. It's not a damn construct, bro. Like these is different groups going in, like the Asians is going in there, doing certain things to set their selves up. You know what I'm saying? And as a collective, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of we think we have friends in different, you know, like, or maybe Russia might save them. Maybe they will. Like, right? A lot of us think that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they will. But I mean, come on, like, because it's just, we think that is limited to just America. And that's one of the things that I be having, because they be like, oh, well, South and different countries and like Mexico, like the Mexican dude try to come on here. Well, this is just America. Like, as much as they want to be like the gringo, he gonna sit there and tell me that, you know what I'm saying? So why you call your baby with a black woman black instead of Mexican? Well, because he won't be accepted. You know who will accept him? The black ones, you know what I'm saying, in America and Mexico and Argentina and everywhere. We think that this is we think that there's a choice other than the certain, I give it to the Senegalese people, you know what I'm saying? They know they ain't have they don't the ones that don't got an illusion that they ain't got a choice, you know. This is that cookout, the cheapest place ever. Yeah. Well, he said happy birthday to George Floyd. Yeah, I can understand trading. Trading is doing businesses, and they wasn't getting. I don't know about. I can't speak about back then. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I know now. Like, well, just from what you see, right? We just tend, because like, yo, the thing is, right, everywhere that I go is like, it's so beautiful. All the black places around the world, like I've been to like the Bahamas and stuff, like it's beautiful. Like, yo, it's like beautiful. And then I'd be like, I used to wonder, why are the beautiful places where all these black people at like so poverty stricken? And then I grew up and learned why. You know what I'm saying? Like, that white bitch just died with their jewel. Like, they still have like their skulls in a museum, bro. Like, and we like asking them for like this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at different places. You look at the South Africans is talking about, well, they're being discriminated against. Like the Boers get it. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't act like black people don't have this welcoming thing to everybody, and like everybody gets it but us. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Anyway, all over the planet. It's not just
Biden
here.
made student loan forgiveness a key political battle in his first term as president. Eric Fitz is one of the tens of thousands of Americans who have had some student loan debt erased by Biden's actions. The video Biden posted Monday, however, focuses instead on the kids playing.
We didn't always let Asians were black people. You know, I'm talking. No, they have like they have the Nisabets. I'm talking about like the Chinese looking they look white. I'm talking about them ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about the ones that got the Denisovans blood, you know, the Denisovans. I'll just call them the Denisovans, you know what I'm saying? Like, they are, and, you know, I personally think when it comes to race, you know what I'm saying, there's like, you know, human beings, Homo sapiens, you have the Neanderthal gene, you know what I'm saying? And then you have the, you know, Denisovan gene that's still alive, you know what I'm saying? And then all of the other ones seem to be mulattoes. And this is, I'm not a geneticist, I don't know. But so, yeah, black people are not racist, you know what I'm saying? And I think that I think at a time, you know, but I'm starting to question it now, you know what I'm saying? Bakari made me even go down that rabbit hole. Like, can we be like, we always welcome the pale face in, because we got this sense of justice and like, you know, this spirituality and the spooked out nature. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the spooked out nature, but like, can we? I don't know at this point. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm talking about in the last like 700 years though. Like, And well, I ain't gonna say 700 years. I'm gonna say at least 70 though. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, yes, 400 or 500. Because, and I don't blame the ones from like 1500, but I really can't get passes after like 1750, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I can't give no more passes to us. Anyway.
Which is what you saw. Why do I have a problem with this?
Bro, there are groups that welcome them. Like, hell, like even like just with one tribe in particular who didn't experience them until much later, you know what I'm saying, with the Zulu tribe, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like he warned them not to, and even he, Shaka Zulu, like let them come in because he was like, yo, their medicines and stuff was like magic and stuff like that, even though he didn't even trust them. But he was like, do not let them in. And then they let them in and then they destroyed them, bro. Like black people was like welcoming to different places, you know what I'm saying? Different, because we didn't have that mentality that they had, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that we hated people just because based off of certain things, you know what I'm saying? Or at least had that level of destruction with it, you know what I'm saying? The same way that Europeans did. And I think that still haunts us and plagues us to this day. We definitely welcome, and then at a point, right? Because even if you like you could like the delectable Negro, right? That's one. But even going back to like the 1430s, you know what I'm saying, when they used to kidnap black people, and then black people started saying, oh well, they was kidnapping to like eat them. They thought they was eating them, you know what I'm saying? They probably were, you know, they probably still are, you know. But that was like some of the stuff that they were saying even back then, you know. But they certainly did, bro. Like they definitely. You know, and I'm not saying every single person did, but like, you know how that's how black people do. Come on to the cookout, you know what I'm saying? We still like that, like till this day.
First of all, we all know.
He said IBN to a good resource though. Yeah, I mean, they was only on the coast. That's what people don't realize, you know what I'm saying? Before the Berlin Conference, you know what I'm saying? Most of Africa was not colonized, you know what I'm saying? They was only like really towards the outer parts, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even get to like Zulu Nation until like the 1850s or 60s, really, like in large numbers, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, yeah, that's what, but the coastal ones were like, but that's where they were, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, you know how they would always be like, well, you know, they couldn't go into the interior, so they had, but they didn't go into the interior, you know, until like the Berlin Conference if you look up like when was most of Africa like cotton, and they were able to move in, I guess their technology or something changed, you know, where they were able to go further in and they was working their way in, but you know, yeah, there wasn't colonized for the most part.
About racial tropes, do we not? Racist tropes. You ever heard of that? Where people sit up there and try to use things to intimate something else of a racially insensitive nature. So black folks with the president and fried chicken ain't the greatest look. That's number one. Number two.
Yeah, we was out because this is another one going to sit here and call out some stuff now.
President
At least
Biden,
only the only one
respectfully,
talking.
I gotta ask you this question.
Yeah,
what
bro.
the hell are you doing eating fried chicken? You're 81. What 81 you know is munching on fried chicken? You ain't been in the greatest health in a lot of people's eyes, you know. So eating some fried chicken ain't the greatest look. Thirdly,
yeah, a lot of groups did kind of do that, you know, and then they used deception. That's what I'm saying. They didn't just come in and strong arm people. They used deception, you know what I'm saying, and lies, you know. They didn't just like, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't just like this superior or whatever. Like, we generally are a trusting people, like globally, you know. They didn't just, they used the lies that they use today, you know. We still fall for some of them, like, and we talking about, you know. But yeah, they did too. Yeah, they definitely liars, you know.
y'all knew Fox News and other networks jumped on that, right? And they talked about how he's trying to appeal with the black vote to go get fried chicken. They made the connection, right? Y'all would have a problem with Fox News and Jesse Waters bringing something like that up. I have a problem with the president. There's black kids all over the place. There's a whole bunch of black kids in Raleigh, North Carolina. That is the kind of scene, that is the kind of imagery you and your team decided to provide?
It was a black man that wrote it. I forget his name. The Delectable Negro. It was a black dude though.
Really? Really? Sitting down eating fried chicken. Come on, man. Now, on this show, I've called out Trump and various other Republicans for some of the decisions that they made and some of the things that they've done. Do you think I'm going to let President Biden off the hook? This wasn't Kamala Harris in Raleigh. This was him. This is the same dude who was a senator in the 90s pushing the crime bill.
All right,
You know
all
that
right. Let
crime-
me get off this one because it's kind of old, you know. And then I also showed this fool stopping by a damn barbershop.
Owners about surreal. That's how Landry Phillips, the owner of the Regal Lounge in Columbia, described his weekend. Shortly after arriving in
No,
Columbia,
Taino ain't
President
black.
Biden
I don't
made a
think it's black. I don't
quick
think
stop
so.
at the barbershop before heading to the state fairgrounds.
You know, he walks in.
But them brothers on the coasts of Africa, on the different coasts of Africa, certainly were black. I certainly said, come on to the cookout, whatever their version of the cookout in, you know what I'm saying, in 1430 was. Or at least 1500.
And you know, you feel the presence of even
Oh,
like
the book on the
Secret Service
Haitians?
and stuff like that.
I don't know, the book on the Haitians. I think it's that brother he was saying. I can't say his name, but I think it's his brother. I'm not sure though.
And it's kind of intimidating. Shook hands with our team members, shook hands with the clients who were being serviced, and then took some time, you know, to speak and engage with, you know, the people who were present at the time.
Phillips tells us he and his staff were told earlier in the week about the visit, but were still surprised when he walked through the door.
Thinking about.
All right, y'all. Let me finish pissing them off. All right, y'all. Oh yeah, okay. So this is not. But yeah, man. So by the way, we was talking about businesses and stuff like that, right? But like, yo, can you imagine this? You know, like consider. I know your friend got like properties and stuff like that, and y'all support that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you need somewhere to like rent or some contact. I need to get that website so I can show it, but. Imagine if somebody showed up in that person's house, you know what I'm saying, and did some squatter stuff. Like, look at this, consider.
Real estate agents say that squatters and scammers are once again becoming a significant problem across the Chicago area, which is exactly what happened to this property here in Longwood Manor.
They flipped over the sign on the Coldwell Banker sign that says sold, and then they changed the locks. They installed a Ring doorbell.
Real estate agent Arian McDuffie says she was shocked on Friday when she found a family living in this vacant home she'd been trying to sell for months, yelling at her.
This is our property. Get off of our property.
They were ordering you off the property.
They was ordering us off the property.
They put a screwdriver here and they open it.
The owner of the home, Bill Adrianos, called police and rushed to the scene, but was told by officers the squatting family told them they were the victims of a scam.
The police, they refuse to do anything about it. They refuse to do anything because they say these people, they say they have a lease, they rented from the landlord, this is a civil matter, we can't do nothing about it.
Eventually, the officers were able to talk the squatters into leaving peacefully. But realtors say once a squatter is in a home, it can take months to kick them out through the courts. Is this happening a lot lately?
It is. It is something, unfortunately, that happens.
Realtor Jameer Walton says fake landlords and squatters have increasingly been using open houses and real estate listings.
So yeah, man, they especially these black people doing like, now you got the squatters in there. But that one with the last name. But I'll say this, shouts out to what I'm saying, only I guess he the only one that spoke out. I know a lot of people probably would have got mad at some of the stuff that I said, But I wanted to show you this, right? Now look at this mayor here, right? He's calling for a boycott over the cancellation of DEI because a lot of us is scared of that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? oh Lord, they might be racist again. You know what I'm saying? Like they haven't been racist since they haven't been racist since Obama, I guess. You know, I'm not sure when the racism ended and we stopped being in the situation. I'm not sure which year y'all say. Y'all can say 1865, 1965, 2008, maybe 2024. I'm not sure. But now this brother here is calling for athletes to boycott. Now athletes should boycott, right? It shouldn't be like because of the water that's in Alabama. It shouldn't be because of like what goes on. Like you found a brother hanging and stuff down in Alabama. Not because, you know what I'm saying, what the police are doing. Not because any of that stuff, right? But because they are ending DEI, you know?
His social media to do so. Now, he was speaking about the DEI.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Cassandra. It's like use 80% of that dishwasher liquid. It's all good. I think I made the rest of them mad, you know what I'm saying, on it. But it's all good, you know. They still listening, I think.
Known as diversity, equity, and inclusion, that the state
I guess I have to say their
Alabama
name next
wants
time.
to get rid of. Now, the DEI is basically to help individuals who are usually under systemic and institutional racism have a fair shot, right? So it's supposed to get rid of inequities, basically in structural environments like
Wakari, he gonna be that old man on the porch. Hey, y'all get off my lawn. He's like, I'm an individual. This is my yard. Damn it, I ain't no slave. Damn it. And he's like, yes. And then never mind. I ain't gonna say that. They was like, get off my lawn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I thought it was still going on. They said it ended, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out when that was. When did we become Black Americans? When did we become American citizens? What year? Was it 1965? You know, was it 1865 or was it like 1870 something? Because the answer they should say will be the 14th Amendment, and I'll let them say that before we have that conversation. But I'm curious, when did we become Black Americans, you know what I'm saying, or American period? If you have been Americanized, you know what I'm saying, I'm sorry, you know. Anyway,
schools, to say the least, right? And this is what he said. Y'all, come look at how Senate Bill 129.
I would ask him, and he could answer because he would have that ability to have the power, right? You know what I'm saying? What has he done that was racist? You know what I'm saying? And I would say I'll answer for Bukhari. He only helps out Black children. You know what I'm saying? To hell with their children, and we only helping out Black children. All right, you know. Because why? Because they're, like Khalid Muhammad said, why they're babies? Because they're babies to grow up to do the same thing to our babies. You know.
Reads, this bill would prohibit certain public entities, including state agencies, local boards of education, and public institutions of higher learning from
because they're a Black mayor,
equity and inclusion office or department, or sponsoring
diversity and inclusion. Damn it! Like, but you were citizens, and by the way, asking for diversity into the citizenship. I'm not sure what's going on here, but like, yeah, we need some damn diversity. Damn it! You know what I'm saying?
Any diversity, equity, and inclusion program to the state of Alabama. Why would you make it illegal for institutions of higher learning to promote diversity and inclusion among its faculty and staff? Why would you block fair representation and its opportunities for all people? To the leadership, athletic directors, and coaches at University of Alabama Athletics, Auburn University, and the University of Alabama at Birmingham, do you support this prohibition of diversity and inclusion? To the parents of minority athletes who are helping their children decide if...
All right. Let me let him say it for himself, all right? Because I just wanted y'all to get an idea of it. Because
many of them
talking
left
about some
for the
nonsense.
city to maintain cost.
this past racism and this past racism. What the hell are you talking about?
At what cost does maintaining two different facilities in the same community cost us as taxpayers?
As taxpayers, it costs you too much. That's the truth. I know that's hard for people to hear, but when I signed up for this position, I committed to the people and the citizens of Birmingham. I will always be honest and direct. This is not a good idea in 2023 to have two libraries.
Hold on, my bad. Let me do that again.
I committed to the people. Hard for people.
It costs us as
Let me read
facilities in the same community cost us as taxpayers.
How much does giving shysters all this money to maintain missiles and stuff? I need some missiles, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather my tax money to go to damn missiles for me, you know what I'm saying, before I give it to a shyster or a Ukrainian, you know what I'm saying? That's just me.
As taxpayers, it costs you too much. That's the truth. I know that's hard for people to hear, but when I sign up to...
Great reason why we shouldn't pay taxes, but like he said, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it?
For this position, I committed to the people and the citizens of Birmingham. I will always be honest and direct. This is not a good idea in 2023 to have two libraries, two parks, two recreation centers in the same community. This does not just exist in Hensley.
The Negro one and the white one.
The same problem has existed because of racism.
Oh, the social constructed white one and the socially constructed black one.
A two-tiered system where we had...
But you know, we wouldn't be able to tell them apart if we got rid of this construct, right?
A lot of money, a lot of taxpayer dollars, and yes, millions of dollars. I think we can be a better steward of taxpayer dollars. I think it requires for all the people.
Now, he go on and on and on and on.
So I'm sure you're getting support and pushback for it.
No, you got to have the tight vest and the light voice. Well, you know, we just want to, because like, you know, like Bakari Oni was saying the other day, maybe if you, you know, say it the way white folks like to hear it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll be safe then, you know, maybe not, you know. Because, and a lot of people been disrespecting Khalid Muhammad, by the way, since I don't know where this has been coming from, right? But even since then, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people been, the only brother who ain't apologized for this, and y'all like, oh, maybe it shouldn't have. What happened to all the other ones that did? You know what I'm saying? Every other one that did, you know what I'm saying? The same thing happened to them, right? Anyway. And then y'all scared of, oh, well, they got Malcolm X. They gonna get me too. Anyway, let me show you this. And Oni, you might be interested in this, right? Now, this is supposed to be the smartest well, not the smartest, but at least the most famous smart black person, right? The black scientist, right? You know, or the socially constructed black scientist. He's talking about something. What's up with the militarization of space? Like, my thing is like, damn, can we get some damn satellite TV? You know what I'm saying? Before we talk about it, but I'm just trying to get some satellite TV. That's all. I know Oni's going to be like, yo, this country here has one satellite up there. You know what I'm saying? Even though they can't really get, you know, but anyway.
You've been reading lately.
This includes us too. This includes me too. Everything that I'm saying includes me. All right. So y'all don't have to be, except for the stuff that y'all will have to stand on y'all own about. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
You've been reading lately about the militarization of space?
NDT.
Whether there are nukes in orbit around the Earth? You ever wonder what's up with that?
Russia developing a space-based anti-satellite weapon
to try to disable and destroy satellites in space.
Congress has said perhaps that there's some scaremongering going on here.
The idea that it's nuclear powered, I'm not entirely convinced that that's like a strategic move.
Yo, I will tell you this, right? Because they'd be like, yo, what's the difference? I can't go to Palestine and open up a store in the middle of the thing and then call an Israeli cop to come sit on a dude's neck, right? And I can't go to Chinatown and open up the damn black people in Mexico can't even get on the census, you know what I'm saying? Can't go to Saudi Arabia and, you know, anyway. Oh, he said it. Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson, yeah. Yeah, Oni's hero.
said perhaps that there's some scaremongering going on here.
The idea that it's nuclear powered, I'm not entirely convinced that that's like a strategic move.
So a few years ago, I co-authored a book with a longtime editor.
By the way, y'all, it's 11:11, so I'm about to wrap it up soon, y'all. Unless y'all want to say something, y'all can say something if y'all want to. Because I said a lot of stuff. I know that y'all going to be scared and run away, but I'll put the link in the chat. The trolls have ran away. Like, I welcomed them. Y'all didn't like them, but they have all ran. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my contemporaries have ran. I understand what Ida B. Wells was saying, but a lot of them have ran, even though I could be wrong, but I just doubt it. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all want to say something. But it's 11:11, so it's peace now, y'all. I'm good now.
So a few years ago, I co-authored a book with a longtime editor and friend, Avis Lang. This 600-page book titled Accessory to War, The Unspoken Alliance Between Astrophysics and the Military, which chronicled this two-way street between the fruits of research when we study the universe and the needs of the military for whatever their efforts.
You see, like when we be looking at the stars, we be thinking about, yo, is there a God out there? Is there a galactic federation out there? Is there, you know what I'm saying? Hell, we be like, yo, is there Zeus out there knowing us? You know what I'm saying? Like the hell with like, you know what I'm saying? Like Ogun or something. We'd be like, yo, I bet you Zeus exists knowing us. But see, when they even look at space, they talking about war. They say colonize space. That's European lingo. Colonize space, right? And there are different space agencies, you know what I'm saying, with, we'll be like, yo, praise Zeus, you know what I'm saying? We'd be like, yo, the hell with Ogun, where is Zeus, you know what I'm saying? That's just where we at right now. But, like, these fools let off a nuclear bomb in space just to see what would happen, you know what I'm saying? But when they talk about space, they talk about colonization, and they will work with different departments, even though they compete with other Europeans. And I'm not saying that we can't have our individuality within a group, larger group, you know what I'm saying? Like if we had the Olympics, like Sha'Carri Richardson beat the Jamaicans, you know what I'm saying? Like we would be the best at that. Like the Americans, like black people in America beat them in basketball or whatever, like, or different things, you know what I'm saying? Like just like how we would be the best at that. We could still compete and we'll win all the medals and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we are a larger group and we work together, you know what I'm saying? But we don't have a choice, and we think that we do, you know what I'm saying? But see, they think about it, it's like, forget Zeus, how can we militarize space? You know what I'm saying?
And the needs of the military for whatever their efforts or urges to conquest might have been throughout time. A lot of my interest in this topic came about because of tour of duty as a member of the Defense Innovation Board of the Pentagon, as well as a few commissions that I served under the George W. Bush White House. And I served the Pentagon under Barack Obama going into
George Bush don't like black people, yo.
Donald Trump. So that was kind of a baptism for me as fundamentally an academic, just to see how the sausage is made, how people think about national security and the like. What's come up recently is the question, are we now militarizing space? And this seemed to shock people when they learned of this, because space, maybe they had the idea that it is or should be pristine, where everyone holds hands in space. And I had a little more of a cynical view of that. And
when he was talking to black people, I'm sorry, everybody should hold hands in space. He had to. It's because he's a black dude that said it. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at the most famous smart black person,
where everyone holds hands in space. And I had a little more of a cynical view of that. And that was, if you're going to sign a treaty that everyone is peaceful in space, which, by the way, was the basis of the 1967 Treaty for the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space. The title of that treaty is much longer than that, but that's the idea. I'm old enough and mature enough, I think, to reflect on how unrealistic that is for the following reason.
All right, that's enough of him because I'm and there's a commercial, so that's good timing. All right, I can skip this, right? This white bitch doing the white bitch shit.
We talk more about this. Wanted to walk y'all through our cute little guest cottages real quick this
All right, so this is gonna be like set up to the last one, right?
morning.
Your eyes do not deceive you. Those are what you think they are.
I am walking through them now for our guests who arrive for this weekend. The White Magnolia wedding venue is over here, and we have guests coming in this weekend for their rehearsal dinner, wedding, and brunch.
I told y'all folks get married at plantations and y'all thought I was kidding.
You walk in, this is your view. Everybody's always like, oh my gosh, they are so much bigger than they look, and they are. They are so cute and cozy. We have the fridge.
Oh yeah, they had the slaves sleeping over here and over there, you know what I'm saying?
Just in the microwaves, the coffee pots, little seating area, heaters. We have one queen bed downstairs.
Anyway, like the great Ms. Wilson said, let me run it back. What y'all think the answer?
And the solution being what? What is it? What is the solution? Abstract now, tell me. To eliminate what? That's one possibility. And it may be one that's necessary.
The only possibility, all right? So, all right, I'm gonna let this be the last one. I'm gonna, like I said, I guess nobody have anything to say. Shouts out to Considra for sending me this one. But this is, hold on, let me see.
Dude, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. All right. And that's on camera. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. And that's in the name of Jesus, I rebuke the devil in the name of Allah, Buddha, all that shit. He's not going to touch me. I want my chocolate. That's your people. Talk to him. Touch me. Touch me. Touch me. Touch.
I know what y'all thinking. Oh, why that black sister is so loud? What she do? Why she do this? Shout out to sister.
You got that right. There is no welcome you back to the Dude, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Now she stole him, and this Diesel brother sitting there holding her back.
All right. And that's on camera. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Peace, only the only one, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, with her. I know I probably pissed everybody else off, you know. It's all good, y'all. I still appreciate y'all anyway. But get out y'all delusions, you know what I'm saying? Y'all think that is an illusion of a choice, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I want to just because, you know what I'm saying? Let me see if I got the right one. My bad. All right, hold on. Let me pull it up. All right, my bad. Let me. Damn, I hope this is the right one. Nah, that's definitely not the right one. Oh, they don't even have it no more. Oh yeah, here it go. All right, let me bring this up, and this will be. Just take about this speech in reverse, though. You know what I'm saying? All right, come on. Oh yeah, think about this speech in reverse.
If a Supreme Court justice resigns tomorrow or within the next several weeks, or resigns at the end
This might be
of
the
the
wrong
summer,
one, but
would respond to a Supreme Court vacancy that would occur in
oh,
the
yeah,
full
this is definitely
throes
the
of
wrong
an
one.
election.
All right, forget it. It's the wrong one. My bad. All right, here we go. My bad. I ain't even got the right time. You know what?
That with him, not I want 100,000 cops. I made that commitment. Physical protection for the people. 76 that's come out of this Congress. If I finish this statement, the consensus is A, we must take back the streets.
Let's back
It
take the
doesn't
planet.
matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter or my son or daughter,
My crackhead
my
son.
wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to have to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street.
It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying, if they come have a Neanderthal gene. It doesn't matter if they practice Greek culture and just have a violent nature, right? It doesn't matter, right, that they don't even take showers and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter that, you know, they generally have a psychopathic nature, right? What matters is I need them away from my mother, my son, you know what I'm saying? There is no illusion of no choice, right? It doesn't matter why they do what they do, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, I'm not going to debate whether Trayvon Martin should be here. I just know I don't want that fool to be on my jury. So that means we don't even need to be in the same society. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Y'all probably mad. So I'm still going to let this be the last words, y'all.
So what are you going to do about it? About how he mistreated you and hurt you and made you all kinds of, you know, whatever you complaining about. In the end, he'll just say, yes, you're right. So what are you going to do about it? You find yourself right back in the same shape. What are you going to do about it? Yes, I kicked you and colonialized you. Yes, I enslaved you. Yeah, I'm sending your boys to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I'm going to make them fight and shoot and do all the things. Yeah, I'm going to make them kill each other out in the street. What are you going to do about it? We want to change your attitude. You could change my attitude. You might change it for a minute, but when I feel like it, I'm just going to flip right back into it. What are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do?
But see, it's easier for us to pretend that it's the attitude, and, you know, and get caught up in all of that analysis because we don't want to confront the reality of power. And we don't want to confront the reality that all of these problems that we complain about, homelessness, poor education, all of this, comes out of one reality, and that is the white man's ability to impose these problems upon us. And the solution being what? What is it? What is the solution? Abstract.
One more time. The solution is what? Think abstract. What is the solution? What's the solution, Raw?
And that is the white man's ability to impose these problems upon us. And the solution being what? What is it? What is the solution? Abstract now, tell me. To eliminate what? That's one possibility. And it may be one that's necessary. Maybe one that's necessary. But most
It may be one, or it may be the. I don't know. Maybe the answer, or maybe a answer. I don't know. The way that I see it now, There's no negotiating with a terrorist. You know what I'm saying? And y'all definitely terrified, so they definitely qualify as terrorists. Because y'all are certainly terrified. But y'all, never mind. Let me shout y'all out. They probably mad at me, but shouts out to Ross. Shouts out to Considera. I appreciate y'all for coming on here. Shouts out to Oni. You know, the only one who you know what I'm saying, at least said something, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, by the way, y'all check out the live we did with Considera. We'll be back next time to talk about something else, because I'm probably gonna piss a lot of other people off, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I should say it now, but I might as well, you know what I'm saying? Like, because we don't know that who we're dealing with. We're dealing with European psychopaths, you know what I'm saying? You think that they're going to keep their word on their laws and stuff, and the people that push some of this stuff and talk about think that Europeans is going to ever keep that. They don't keep their word with themselves. They are liars, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? We'll get to that though, you know. I would like to not show anything negative, so show me something positive, and then I won't ever do nothing negative again. Show me how to like end the water thing, you know what I'm saying, end all of this, and then I will show that every time. But until then, come on, man, face reality, man. Stop thinking you got an illusion, right? Stop being delusional and thinking you got a choice, right? But anyway, shouts out to Raw, shouts out to Considera, shouts out to Oni. And Oni's live today, you know what I'm saying? I caught it late. I had to come and catch the playback, you know. But y'all definitely subscribe to him too. Shouts out to my brother Black Megas. Black Megas, I apologize, you know what I'm saying, if you got offended my brother too. My brother Bakari, I apologize if you. I don't apologize, to be honest with you. I understand what ought to be well said, and you know what, it is what it is, you know. Y'all can leave me out of history, it's fine. Y'all still my brothers, I love y'all can call me out too, man. Shouts out to Ben Uko, and Ben, I could, you know what I'm saying, but I ain't gonna do that, you know. Shouts out to Erica. Y'all definitely give a shout out to Erica and salute Erica. I appreciate her for coming in, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, they're definitely the aliens, you know what I'm saying. But you know, we the fools that sit up here and let that keep happening. You know why? Because let me get off of here, man. As always, man, we have got to start standing for something, or we're gonna keep falling for anything.